Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the London Bulldogs. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, gun.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. It's Geis on the counter, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And his first carry, he loses the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check the hot read. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Howell. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Cannon, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on 3rd down. Howell. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Eddie, line, 80. Hey, 35.
They go play action here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Geist. And he stopped immediately there. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Powell. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Powell. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis able to drop him for a loss of 4. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Powell. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Cannon. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. 114.
Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
Four down. Check. Four down. Gun. Detroit.
Back to throw. Powell. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st and 10, Powell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun!
they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Throwing on first down. Powell. Left side caught by Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Powell. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. From the gun, Powell. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
Detroit!
Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. On first and 10, Powell. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now first and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Smith now to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Smith on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Smith throwing again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Play action. It's Smith. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll run it here. And he's got room. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Powell. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
4 down, 4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. Check 15, check 15. No, check, Patriot.
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. flag comes in. This might be a free play. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Powell throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan able to get in there and drop him behind the line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out now come the Redskins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. Airing one out for Crowder. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now first and 10.
Double. Let's go yellow. 15. Block.
From the end zone, Smith. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Yeah, 52.
To throw from his end zone, Smith. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Play action. Powell. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And a huge play that time. 47 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
You got 4. You got 4. Play.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Gone! 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 He's moving! He's moving, boys! Moving! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Powell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll push the lead to 11-3. Now from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, here's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he goes out right around the 39. That's good for a Redskin 1st down. Richardson on the reception from Smith.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doctson. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Good list.
2nd and 10, Smith again. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Throwing again is Smith. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Back to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for London, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll